Folks, we are back once again, and yes, I'm here to break down fights, but this is not a usual breakdown, right? I've done all of my breakdowns up until this point kind of by myself, but today we have a special guest for a special fight and a special performance. I am breaking down Slim vs. Temper, and I have the man that was standing in the winner's circle when it was all said and done, the Hitman. Slim, what's up, my man? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? What's going on? W.A.D.E. I'm out here with the W.A.D.E. Let's go. I'm excited. This is me. I'm excited to see your first time doing a series like this, and
Yeah, bro.
I feel honored, bro.
Slim vs. Temper. I have the man here with me himself, and you already know what we do here.
The breakdown. Let's go.
All right, let's get into it. Round one. Let's see. I want to look at some specific things, but the first thing, and it's a big difference that I didn't really realize, look at this reach. I knew you were long, or I knew that you had, I mean, we call you the Slim Reaper, right? I knew you had a decent reach, but even being 4 inches shorter than Temper, you had him by 1 inch reach, and I think you guys wanted to utilize that, huh?
Honestly, I didn't even know I thought he had a longer reach, honestly. I didn't notice until after I watched the fight that I had a longer reach.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
But you know what it is? I
Go.
have a good reach, but I know how I'm really good at using my range. That's
Yeah.
what it is. I know how to use my reach to my advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting to me when I saw that, because I always thought you were taller than 6 feet because of your reach. That's what I've always thought, you know? All right, so here's the face-off, right? You're walking up. Now, what are you seeing in Tommy's eyes right here? Because you're giving him that dead stare. What are you seeing right here?
Yo, you know what it is, bro? When he walked in, I saw his face. Like, you know, I was loading up my signature sniper on him when he
Yep.
was walking in, and I seen him. I seen fear. I sensed fear. You know what I mean? Like an animal. You know when like what kind of animal senses fear? Like I don't even know.
I don't know, bro. Whatever it was, you were
That's
that
what
on the night.
that's what it is. Yeah, when I was in the ring. When I'm in the ring, I'm a different person. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm a hitman when I'm in the ring. So like, I sensed his fear. I sensed it, and I took advantage of it. I loaded up my sniper. I pointed it at him, and then when I went up, I looked at him with that crazy stare, and I sensed the fear in him. You know, and I told my coach in the corner, I'm like, "Yo, Saddam, he's scared. I know he's scared. So I'm gonna take advantage of that." That's what I told him. Exactly what I told him. My coach told me, Saddam, he's like, "Take advantage, but in a smart way." That's
Right.
exactly what he told me,
Right.
and that's what I did.
Yeah, you know, I've done one of these with Tommy too, and I felt his pain a little bit. You know, everyone saw the Sensei fight and how that fight went, and even Wally, who I think you know Wally pretty well, he was telling me after the fight, he's like, man, Tommy, he saw that and his entire demeanor changed. Like it's just like stuff left his body. So I feel him on that, but it was like watching you this whole week, and even when you got in the ring, it was like nothing could deter you. You were just on a mission and locked in to a degree I was like watching it. I was like, oh snap! Like Slim he's turning the crowd here. He's starting to get people to understand. He really is like gonna go in and do something special here. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
It was wild, man. It was wild to watch. And you didn't. I mean, you didn't even blink, man. You were just locked in right there. I was like, wow, man, it was just locked to a degree I've never seen. But when you come out here, if I remember correctly, you show a lot of feints real quick. Was this part of the game plan, just to give him a lot of looks?
You know what it is? When I came in, I wanted to control the ring. Like I said, before the fight, I'm gonna control the ring every second of a minute. So when I'm in there, I control everything with my feints.
Right.
And he was reacting like I just to see. I was feeling him out basically with my feints and stuff. See how he reacts. He was stepping back every time. So I threw a jab, and then he would come forward after.
This is what I meant too. Look at this. A lot of the head feints. Slip inside, slip out, slip back in, just trying to work your way in too. And I think this was something that got lost when we watched this fight back, is that you didn't just walk into range. You were using the feints. You were showing him different looks. And while doing so, I don't know if Tommy even notices this here. He's kind of locked on you on your eyes, but look at the inches you gained just by doing this. Boom, boom, boom. Look how close now, right? Immediately we went from out of range to in, and that's why that jab, even though it doesn't land flush, it's able to get through the guard, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's one thing I was really good at. Just like using my head movement to get into range. And I know he never fought someone like that knows how to do that, because when you fight a lot of high level fighters, like that's what they do to me. And then I take that knowledge and I apply it to the people I fight.
And I think this is where Tommy gained some confidence, and maybe it was a bit of you know, I don't want to say false confidence, but I think he thought he was having more success in these exchanges than maybe he was. And those two shots right here that you throw are indicative for the rest of the fight, because, and I think you know what I'm talking about. Talk to me about what Tommy does in these exchanges here.
So you know what it is? He was getting frustrated because I was landing a lot of. He didn't touch me yet. These are his only punches that he was landing, but like I was moving my head with it. So like
Yeah.
he was grazing me kind of. He wasn't catching me clean. He was grazing me. So
Right.
like you know what I'm saying? Like this, like that hit my shoulder mostly, and it tapped me in my head. That one kind of hit me, but like it's like a palm slap. It's
Yeah.
not really a knuckle. It's not on the knuckle. His punches are not like on the knuckle because I was moving with it. You get me?
Right.
So like if I was standing still, it would have hurt. But I'm moving, and it's slipping like kind of past me. You know what I mean? So it's like grazing me and shit, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not really landing cleanly. You get me? Like the
Right.
shots I was landing on him were clean, like on the target.
This
But when you
is
do,
what I see when I watch this. I see the end sequence. I see what happened in round 2 before it happened, because right here in this clinch, you slip, bang. This one right here on the temple, right? And this is
yeah,
the one
yeah,
that eventually you catch him on the chin with. And even this next one you throw, you slip under the hook, and bang, another one, right? That was the end
yeah.
sequence. And again, I think you spoke to this a little bit going into the fight with his fight with Kenny, that you said Kenny exposed, the blueprint to beat Temper. And I think what you meant by that was when the flurries happen, the chin does come up a bit, right? He does throw from the hip and the chin comes up, and there is an opening there to land, right?
Yeah.
That's what I saw with this, and I was like, okay. And when you were saying it, I was like, I know what he's talking about, but I wonder if Tommy's fixed it, and it just didn't look like they had addressed it just yet. Now, when we go into this second round, talk to me about, shout out David Hay, by the way. We go to the second round, right? And Tommy's side, when we talked about this with him, he felt that you were starting to get a little tired. That gas tank was going to be your detriment. Like if they could go into those later, when I say later rounds, it was only 4, but if we get into 3 and 4, that could have been where he had more success. Did you feel a little tired coming into round 2? Obviously, 2 weeks notice, I would understand, but is that how you're feeling?
Nah. I was honestly, I'm in the best. I was in the best shape of my life, man. But like obviously you could always get better. 2 weeks
Yeah,
notice,
yeah.
obviously you get better. But my condition was great. Like
Okay.
even though the fight ended in 2 rounds, I felt like I could keep continuing. Honestly, like it was,
Okay.
bro. It was like the pace was going the way I wanted it to. Like it
Okay.
wasn't like he was like pushing the pace. Like I could like whenever I wanted to take a break, I was just walking around on my feet, chilling, and then I'll attack. You know what I'm saying? So like, what it wasn't like that. With
Got
stamina.
you.
My stamina was great, honestly.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was wondering, because I was like, it makes sense on 2 weeks that you would have been a bit tired, but man, yeah, it was. You didn't really show it too much here, if you were, and like you said, the pace was what you wanted. So here we go, round 2. Same thing, Ren. Again, you said you wanted to take center, and immediately you do, and you keep him on that back foot. You're playing lead hand games. You're showing him different looks.
Feinting constantly right there. Trying to find like my range. See what he's gonna see. Like I'm taking a little break, step back, and then right hand, bang,
Yep.
and I roll under that. I roll right under just in case he throws a shot too. So I throw the right hand and I roll right under.
Boom, roll, yep.
Roll. He threw a punch. He missed.
Now we're clinching here again. You shove away, staying safe. Now he comes southpaw again, yeah.
I land the best shot right now. Like I'm playing with him. Roll.
Bang! That's the one. As you slip under, the high man is Temper, the low man wins. You slip under his hook and then come right across. Boom.
That hurt him.
And
I'm stronger with my right hand than my left.
Of course, yeah. And so when you go
wanna go
southpaw, that lead hook is dangerous,
Yeah.
Boom. And this was the difference in the fight, because look, he tries to throw a right hand. You partially blocked that on the glove, but he's coming with one of his own, and it was just, again, the level change that you showed that allowed you to slip that shot and be on target with yours.
Yeah, honestly, he has a chin though for taking.
I was going to say, how many of those did he take and stay like front foot trying to come back and get it? Temper, fair play to the guy, and I'm sure you could speak to this more, regardless of how the fight ended, and we're going to see it in a second. Talk to me about, your respect for Temper after this fight, man.
You know what it is? I respect Temper because whenever you share a ring with somebody, you always have like a different kind of respect for them.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
yeah.
I know he wanted to win, and he didn't want to go down. Like, he didn't want to let his
Of course
face team
not.
down. And
Yeah.
stuff. So like but the fact that he's taking that much punishment and still going, I respect it, man.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of people will like just dance on their feet, stay away, but he wanted
He
to
kept
win.
coming
And
for it,
still
yeah.
coming for it. He's coming for it. So I respect that. I truly
And
respect that.
to be fair to both you guys, it was, Temper had a different opponent for his whole camp. And then 2 weeks notice, he's going with Slim, the Orthodox fighter, Blueface Southpaw. So respect there to him too. I know, you took this on 2 weeks, but I guess it could be said, even though, Temper did have the full camp, he took a dangerous opponent, a guy that now everyone is seeing. Slim, you are a superstar now, and people are seeing that. that a lot of people probably wouldn't have taken, not only on 2 weeks, but probably with a full camp, you know? And I think you could speak to that more. There's a lot of guys that have ducked you for a while now.
Now I'm walking with a high guard,
Yep.
low.
Oh, hey. And this is, again, the switch into southpaw, correct?
Yeah.
Switch to southpaw here, and you land the lead right hand. Switch. Bang.
Oh, check
Huge shot. And again, this is something that needs to be realized is, again, you're bullying your way into range here with that high guard. You're pretty much protected. Switch the stance. Temper kind of on the back foot, not seeing it. Once again, bang. Big shot. And now you're smelling blood, yeah?
Yeah. Like, my coach just got mad because I look a little sloppy.
Way!
Oh.
Bang. And then, boom. The end shot. Now go back. You said your coaches got a little upset here. Why?
No, he said you're a little too sloppy. But you know what it was? I heard him. I just jumped on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because you're supposed to keep your, like, you know, you're like an arm extension away from your opponent. You get me? But I just jumped on him. I didn't want to give him no chance to breathe because I smelled blood and I just wanted to finish him. So I just gave him a flurry in the end of the day. You know? I gave him
Pop that jab. That's something I didn't even see live. Again, you reframe as he's going backward. He eats another jab here. And now you're coming forward. Again, this is, you get that right hand even through the guard. He blocks up. He shells here. That's nice. That's nice. The problem Temper had here, and I think you'll agree, was that all this is nice. And this, again, we could go back to the first round. There's a couple of different exchanges where this exact thing happens. You just land this shot cleaner than you landed any other one. Temper's safe here, right? Everything, we're safe. Yeah. We're safe. That one lands behind the ear. That's a nice shot.
That hurt him. That's what made him drop his guard.
Yeah. And I was going to say, I was confused as to why he did, and that now it makes a little more sense.
He wanted to trade.
Yeah,
that's what it was. He got hurt. He's like, he tried to trade with me after that because I hurt him. So he tried to trade. Like, he tried to throw a punch.
Yeah.
And I caught him first.
And again, look at the difference, guys. You want to talk about the sweet science? It's a game of inches. Slim gets to the target first, and Temper's hand goes whizzing by, right? And again, though, it's not just a game of timing and inches. The difference in the shot, your head is turned with that chin a little bit more down, whereas Temper is squared up, kind of flush land with that shot. And again, you're spot on with the fact that you said he wanted to trade because you had hurt him, and because I think there was a little frustration there, like, I just can't get this guy off me, you know. And so that was.
Yeah, a lot of times during the fight too, he kept getting frustrated. He kept chasing me. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I wanted. You know, I made him chase me a lot, and then he tried right here. He got frustrated, and that's what got him meant.
That's
exactly
it, man.
The same thing. If you notice it in my last fight, my third fight, it's exactly the same thing. Literally the same way I knocked him.
Yeah, the exact same combination. The right hand off the break. Now he's down here. Give me your thoughts. You thought this is it right here? Or you think he's gonna get back up?
I knew it was done.
Yeah.
I knew it was done there.
There it was.
When I got back up, I was actually surprised. I was surprised.
Yeah, and this is something we talked about in Temper's video. He agrees that this is a great stoppage. Like, in the moment, obviously, as a fighter, you never want to get, you know, the referee telling you it's over. He's like, what? No, I'm fine. But he admitted, he was like, no, you know, that was probably a good stoppage.
He would have been out cold for a long time, but the ropes saved him, honestly. He fell on the ropes. Like, his body weight fell on the ropes.
Yeah.
Like, he was out. He didn't know where he was.
Yeah.
See, the ropes caught all his body weight, literally.
Yeah. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, this right here was the moment Slim became a superstar. Talk to me about the feeling, man. Obviously, you know, the fight gets waved off here, but talk to me about the feeling of this moment, because look at you just preening it up for the crowd here. You're flexing on him. This has to be the greatest feeling in the world, man.
Bro, it is the greatest feeling. You know what it is? In the 2-week camp I had, bro, W.A.D.E, I would run every single day, go for my runs, you know, and I'll listen to September song. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And I'll get emotional just thinking about, like, the victory, you know, get mad emotional, like get teary-eyed and shit because I wanted it so bad, you know. But when the moment happened, it's like, you know, when you watch a movie for a million times, like, you already know what's gonna happen. That's how it felt. I already watched this movie a lot of times. It's just everybody watching the movie for the first time and seeing their reaction is just beautiful. That's how exactly how it felt, man. But it's amazing, man. Everybody around me is so happy. My whole team is so happy. My family's so happy.
Yeah.
Like, my dad is so gassed. My pops, he be bragging to everybody, like everybody that comes to his store and stuff. And my dad was never a big fan of boxing. But, bro, I come home to him watching Mayweather fights now and everything. Like, he loves boxing now. Like,
That's
my
dope.
dad's like he's my biggest fan right now. Like, he supports me heavily. Like, he was going nuts.
That's so dope, man. And that's the thing is, like, we don't get to see that side. Like, we see what happens here, and even you hugging your coach, you know, we'll talk about that too, but just we don't get to see the outside of this. And it truly is the highs and lows of the fight game, because, you know, on the other side, Temper is obviously devastated, and you know, it's the game. It's one of those things. You lose a fight with that much momentum in that big arena with all those people, it's a tough go. But in a moment on the other side, it changed your life. You know, like you said, your dad is bragging to his people at work. He's bragging to his friends. You basically put Brooklyn on your back and lifted the whole city up with this win, man. It's a beautiful thing to watch from the outside because, like I said, the fight game it's its own, you know, beauty and tragedy. And you having that win now elevates you, man. And I want to talk to you about this while I got you here. You get this victory, you know, it's obviously you're celebrating. What's next for Slim? Like, what's next for you coming up?
Bro, I'm getting so much opportunity, bro, to fight in the Middle East, to fight here, to fight there.
KSI
like,
said your name. KSI said it.
Bro, I was actually shocked that KSI said my name. I was actually really, really shocked. Because you know what it was? I was backstage doing an interview, and I'm doing this interview, and they asked me if I want to fight KSI, but I'm like, nah, like I feel weird. Like, you know, he gave me this opportunity, and then 3 seconds later, he calls my name. I'm like, I bet he called me. I thought he wouldn't want to fight me because I'm a high risk fighter right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he called my name. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say if the price is right, we in there on fight night.
There you go,
we
man.
in there on fight night.
Well, listen, dude, you have a ton of opportunities coming up. And one, by the way, thank you for allowing me to be in here and do this with you and to be on commentary and not necessarily at ringside, but be a part of the event and having you there. It was genuinely a great experience for me. And I thought you brought this event up tenfold with just, you know, your demeanor, your personality. People are starting to see it, man. Like I said, you are a superstar, so I wanted to thank you. But yeah, man, guys, Slim, the man, the hit man, coming in, getting the job done. Opportunities are boundless for the man coming up. Make sure you subscribe over at his channel. We'll leave that in the link in the description. But Slim, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for coming on, dog.
Appreciate you too, my man. W.A.D.E wants it. W.A.D.E wants it. Let's go. Get my guy W.A.D.E wants up on the commentary, please. We need my guy there, for real.
Appreciate you, brother.